Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Hanifa Alsa Shafira. Now I will presentation about balanced nutrition. What is balanced nutrition? Nutrition is best balanced by eating the right amounts of a large variety of foods. They provide the protein, carbohydrates, fats, mineral, and vitamins needed for a healthy body. Protein. What are protein and where do they come from? Proteins are the building blocks of life and necessary for good health. Food with complete proteins include meats and animal products such as milk, yogurt, cheese, and egg. Soybean protein, as in tofu or soy milk, are also complete proteins. Proteins are made of chains of up to 20 different amino acids. During digestion, proteins are broken down into amino acids. For the body to use amino acids are generated by the body or obtained through food. Protein is very important for the body because when provide needed component for gene and cell reproduction. 2. Help make up collagen and cartilage, which determines the shape of the skeleton. 3. They work and control the chemical reaction of life as enzymes. 4. They direct and balance body function as hormones. And 5. Defend against infection as antibodies. Carbohydrate. Most carbohydrate, or hydrated carbon, contains atoms from one water molecule for each atom of carbon. A monosaccharide is the basic dietary carbohydrate and has 6 carbon. Examples are glucose, fructose, and galactose. Glucose is the sugar in blood. Fructose is and sweet as glucose and found in fruit. Galactose is less sweet than glucose and present in milk. Disaccharide from when two monosaccharides join together. Cellulose is also a long chain or polymer of glucose. It is one of several indigestible carbohydrates called fiber. Carbohydrates very important for the body because 1. Provide energy for brain, muscle, and other body function. Combined with protein or fat to form important parts of cartilage, connective tissue, the nervous system, and the immune system. Contribute to stool softness and normal bowel function as a fiber. Large amount of some fiber in the bowel can ferment the product gas or flutus. Processed carbohydrates are digested and controlled. Disaccharide and starch are digested into monosaccharide in the intestine. The monosaccharides are absorbed and carried to the liver. The liver uses the glucose or converts other monosaccharide to glucose for circulation or storage or glycogen. Circulating glucose fills nerves, brain, eyes, and other tissues without requiring insulin. When blood glucose is high, insulin may move it into muscle and fat cells. When body glucose lowers between meals, liver glycogen is broken down to maintain it. Glycogen lasts less than a day if not replenished from the diet and can be depleted within a few hours with intense activity. If carbohydrates are not replenished regularly, the body uses protein to make glucose for tissues which require it for energy. High glycemic index food increase rice. They include sugary beverage, cornflakes, many bakery items, bread, cracker, cookies, pastries, rice, and potatoes. They are easily digested and increase blood sugar quickly. Low glycemic index food increase rice less. They include pasta, high fiber foods, legumes, oatmeal, milk, yogurt, nuts, peanut butter, and whole fruits. They are digested more slowly and influence blood sugar less. Fats. Fats are mostly made of carbon and hydrogen and do not mix well with water. Most dietary fats called triglycerides are made with 3 fatty acids. Fatty acids can be saturated full of hydrogen, monounsaturated, or polyunsaturated, depending on how much hydrogen can be added to them. Three fatty acids, saturated 1, saturated fats provide concentrate energy, tend to be solid in butter and lard, and promote high blood cholesterol. 2. Monosaturated fats are a healthy of concentrate energy in olive, canola, and peanut oil and are less likely to spoil than polyunsaturated fats. Certain polyunsaturated fatty acids in the diet are essential to good health and cannot be made by humans. Fat is very important because when cell membranes are layers of fat which form cell walls and chambers. 2. Fat is important insulation. 3. Fat just below skin insulates the body from extreme temperature. And 4. Special fats from the layer around nervous cells that electrically insulates them from each other. Multiple sclerosis is an example of a condition where this layer is. And next, macromineral. Mineral required in a large amounts in the diet. Over 200 of each macromineral is in a normal daily diet. Electrolytes include sodium, potassium, and chloride. Generally, they are adequate in the diet. They can become unbalanced if dehydration occurs. Fruit, vegetable, and meats are good sources of electrolyte. Calcium, the most abundant mineral in the body. 99% of the body calcium is combined with phosphorus in the skeleton to make bones strong. 1% of the body's calcium is in various body and tissues fluids. This calcium is important for muscle tone, muscle contraction, and nervous system function. Muscle cramping may be an early symptom of low blood calcium. Excellent diet sources include milk, yogurt, cheese, sardines, tofu, soy milk, and canned salmon. If food like this are not eaten, then a calcium supplement should be considered with meals and green leafy vegetables included in the diet, particularly for women. Inadequate intake of calcium leads to early osteoporosis and complicating fractures. Most bone calcium content accumulates by the end of adolescence and completely by about age 30. After that, skeletal calcium fades to decrease, especially in women after menopause. It is particularly critical for young women to maximize their bone mineral content before childbearing begins and to pay serious attention to calcium and vitamin D intake throughout their life. Phosphorus. Phosphorus combines with calcium to strengthen the skeleton. It participates in numerous chemical reactions in the body. It also forms part of the nucleic acid strand that make up genes. Most for normal dates have enough phosphorus, so diet deficiency is very rare. Certain diseases such as kidney failure, however, can result in excessive loss of phosphorus, creating a deficiency in the body. Magnesium. About half of the body's magnesium is found in the bones, half within cells, and about 1% in the blood and tissue fluids. It is important for normal muscle and nerve function, keep heart rhythm steady, support a healthy immune system, and keep bones strong. Magnesium also helps regulate blood sugar level and promote normal blood pressure. Muscle cramping may be an early symptom of a deficiency. The best sources are leafy green vegetables, nuts, and seafood. Out of other good sources include whole grains, meat, and dairy products. Iron. Iron makes a central part of hemoglobin in red blood cells. It carries life-giving oxygen throughout the body. Insufficient iron or copper are due because of anemia, low red blood cell count, which result in paleness, fatigue, tiredness, and loss of energy. Menstruating women lose blood regularly and easily develop iron deficiency. Iron deficiency in the cells, even in the absence of anemia, also leads to tiredness, fatigue, and decreased energy. Good sources of iron include meat, fortified cereals, beans, green leafy vegetables, and whole grains. Iodine. Iodine is part of thyroid hormone. It is critical to human health and function. Deficiency leads to goiters or swelling of the thyroid gland, loss of energy, tiredness, and constipation, mental function slowing down, creatinine, and permanent mental retardation in the child when severe deficiency occurs during pregnancy and infancy. Sources of dietary iodine are quite variable depending on the soil in which the food is produced. Seafood is often an excellent source, but it's also variable. Dairy products are good source if the cow producing the at it grass and high with good iodine content are supplemented. The most reliable dietary source is iodized salt. It is suggested that iodized salt always be used even if I cost more than non-iodized salt. Zinc. Zinc helps in many chemical reactions in the body. Deficiency leads to skin rash, dermatitis, hair loss, diarrhea, wound healing, and decreased immune function. Diminished eyesight, taste, smell, and memory. Delayed puberty. 25% of the people in the world are at risk for zinc deficiency, especially population consuming plant-based diets low in available zinc or with diseases such as chronic diarrhea, which increase zinc loss or interferes with zinc absorption. Meats are a primary source of zinc, but other sources include dairy product, beans, nut, and fortified cereal. Absorption is the best in diet that include animal protein. Vitamin. Vitamins are organic compounds essential to life and health though present in very small amounts. Fat-soluble vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin I, and vitamin K can be stored in the body, can be toxic if consumed in large amounts. Water-soluble vitamin, B vitamin, vitamin C, and choline can easily be extracted in the urine if consumed in large amounts. Do not carry reach toxic levels. Must be replenished frequently, preferably daily. Water. How much water does the human body need? About 16 of the body is water. Virtually all about function depend on it. Water in food replaces about 20% of the water loss. This amount in deciliter should equal about one-third the body weight in kilograms. This amount in fluid 1 ounce should equal about one-half the body weight in pounds. Daily fluid needs can more than double due to higher elevation, higher temperature, lower humidity, more exercise, and wrong clothing. Water loss are still significant even while just sitting in air conditioned comfort. Caffeine or guarana found in many power drinks may cause extra water loss in urine and in increased fluid needs. What happens if a person does not get enough water? Dehydration, weak reduction due to net water loss can cause significant problems. Reduced physical and mental function can begin to occur after only 1% until 2% water loss. Other symptoms include headache, dry eyes, irritability, and sleepiness. Muscle cramps and salt loss often occur. Impairment motion as dehydration increases. This This can indicate dehydration, but water loss is already significant by the time someone becomes thirsty. It's the best to drink enough water to avoid these problems. Infant nutrition. Why is mother's milk the best food food, for instance, born near the gestation. The protein from mother's milk is an ideal blend of essential and non-essential amino acids. Generally does not cause allergies, include antibodies which might provide some protection against germs found in the environment of the mother and infant. The carbohydrate or lactose from mother's milk are readily digestible by virtually all newborn infants, provide a natural laxative function. The fat provides infant with essential fatty acid energy to meet rapid growth needs. Mineral and vitamin are readily digestible and generally sufficient with modest exposure to sunlight to produce some vitamin D. How should infants be fed? Mother's milk shall be exclusively fed to an infant for the first 4 to 6 months and should be the foundation of a child diet for at least 12 months. By 4 to 6 months of age, infants tend to outgrow their body's supply of iron and other nutrition are in addition to mother's milk. New foods are often introduced one at a time for a week or more to determine that the infant tolerates it. Iron-fortified baby cereal, rice or oatmeal mixed with a little breast milk is generally a good first solid food. This can be followed by pureed fruits, vegetables, and meats. Vegetables should be cooked and thoroughly mashed. Ripe fruits can be sanitized, peeled, and pushed as well. Cooked meats should be chopped and minced of a fine paste. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.